My boyfriend invited me to meet his male colleagues at a Hooters restaurant, where they grilled me about my job and interests as if I were being tested, while he just sat there guiding me through it. I've been dating this guy, let's call him Jake, for 3 months. He recently asked me to join him for dinner to meet some of his work friends. The first warning sign was the choice of Hooters as the venue. Jake explained that it was picked because it's near their workplace and convenient. That's true, but there are plenty of other nearby spots with better food and a more pleasant vibe. Before the dinner, Jake made a half-joking remark that his all-male coworkers didn't believe he was dating an attractive woman who shared their typically male-oriented hobbies. I was a bit annoyed by the comment, but he brushed it off as a joke. That phrase, "just joking," became the theme of the evening. When we arrived at Hooters, Jake and his colleagues started commenting on the waitress's appearances. It made me uneasy, but I stayed quiet. After we ordered food and drinks, his friends began interrogating me about my hobbies. They share some of the same male-dominated interests as me, but instead of asking about my preferences or current projects, they quizzed me with obscure trivia to test my knowledge. For instance, if my hobby were American history, they'd ask something like, "How many $5 bills are in circulation?" Or, "What's the oldest river in the US?" I'm also a junior automation engineer at a startup, still new to coding after transitioning from QA, where I learned to program on the job. I'm inexperienced and know I have a lot to learn, working on small projects with guidance. His coworkers, all senior software engineers, grilled me about technical topics far beyond my expertise, asking questions irrelevant to my role. They'd laugh, smile, and say, "We're just messing around." It felt like a bizarre job interview, with each guy taking turns to challenge me. At some point, I stopped pretending to be amused and answered flatly. One of them seemed to realize it, as he avoided eye contact, stared at his phone, and stopped questioning me, looking uncomfortable. When they weren't quizzing me, they talked among themselves, ignoring me. If I tried to contribute, they'd interrupt or look away. These guys were 5 to 10 years older than me. I'm 25, Jake is 29, and his coworkers are in their early to mid-30s. I lacked their experience. I'd hoped to meet professionals who could mentor me or answer career questions. Instead, one asked me to write a SQL query on the spot. They kept saying they were just kidding, but it was awkward and unpleasant. Jake sat next to me, not intervening, but instead coaching me with comments like, "You know this one?" or "Come on, we went over this last week." He even said to a coworker, "See, she's really smart too." The whole night was dreadful. Jake was upset with me afterward, noticing my mood shift during the questioning. He said I was acting immature by showing annoyance and audibly sighing when his friends spoke to me, claiming they were just trying to get to know me and have fun. I now see Jake as incredibly immature, acting more like a 13-year-old than someone nearing 30. I'm seriously considering ending the relationship. I don't think it's an overreaction to break up over this. Things were fine before, but now I feel repulsed by him. This happened last night, and I haven't responded to his texts today. I know ghosting isn't right, but I can't bring myself to face him. He disgusts me now like he was showing me off like a trophy. I'm unsure if I'll feel differently in a week or if my anger is... I can't tell you the full story in short. To watch the full story, click the related link below.